Hey guys, what's up? How you doing? Welcome to a start of an epic 1,000-kilometer drive, a journey through some of Kenya's most scenic terrain, from the Rift Valley to the Central Highlands. The plan? Cruise through Suswa, Narok, and Bomet, spend the night in Eldoret, then loop back to Nairobi through Iten, Kabarnet, Marigat, Nakuru, Subukia, Nyahururu, and Nyeri. But a week before the drive, everything changed. A few unexpected twists. An event in Kisumu that weekend was going to make the Awasi Junction tricky and increase traffic on the Narok route. This flipped our plan on its head. We decided to start from the central Kenyan side. Everyone showed up and was fired up, ready to conquer the loop, but none of us had any idea what was awaiting us 400 kilometers down the road. Moments that would turn this trip into something unforgettable. I believe the reasons God posed us at different points along this trip. We kicked off things with a sunrise meetup at the Shell petrol station at Survey, a last-minute switch from the current start point. After a quick prayer for journey masses, the engines rolled to life, and the talk to the west officially began. Welcome to Between the Paint, Talk to the West edition.
Problem is now we are on the boring super highway road, 3-lane road, nothing much, it's just a straight road. I mean, boring. Can't wait to get to the single lanes. That's a few kilometers ahead because even after... What is this truck trying to do? Oh my goodness. Come on, man. You can't do that. The hell? Anyway. Right now we're on 3-lane highway. Quick, yes. But it's not interesting. So once we get to the one-ways and maybe after Thika, it turns into a two-way dual carriageway thing. Works well, but can't wait for the single lanes, man. But that's all the way after Nyeri. Yeah, now you can see the E30 up ahead. Let's see the X5, then there's an E36. We are an hour late. Driver's meeting was supposed to be at 6. The air is dense. It's in the morning anyway. So right now the car feels so good. But since there are always cops on this road, especially on a long weekend like right now, have to keep the speed limit. Otherwise, there's actually nothing much you can film on this road. We're just going straight, many cars. Hello.
Yani like seriously, hakuna makarao leo.
Mimi sijaona makarao, wala naona ni wa malori. So far niko nimepita hapa Kenol ndio naona hakuna makarao nimekutana nao ati wa speed.
Kama umefika Kenol and there's nothing, kwa hivyo ni kwa Piawa.
Lakini hapo before Kenol. Hapo before Kenol kuna makarao wa malori. Nikaa kuna weighbridge hapo.
Okay. So kuna kama Tulambo Street hivi.
Kuna kafinyi alafu amekuwekea 50.
Sawa.
Haya,
kama umefika Kenol na so far, ikifika kutoka Kenol tuko sawa. Lakini mnakimbia boss. Nilikuwa nafikiria mazembe leo na kwa nimekaja leo nimekamniki flat out basi.
Hujakutana na Kinogola Eric?
Nothing, no one.
Hawa kwa nyuma yetu.
Sijaona BMW hata moja kwa barabara.
Kunafaa kuwa na BMW nyuma yetu.
Kama ngapi hivi?
Kuna mbili, there are two guys behind us.
Okay. Ile group nyingine walizatoka pia hao.
Tumeacha hapo gari mbili. Gari mbili tu.
Sawa. Hata ndo nimefika. Place yako ya 50. Sasa hapa hivi ni mpaka sura nini? Kenol. Okay, sawa. Basi nani ni Karanja mkono mbele.
Karanja ndio ametutongoza. Wewe hata sijamfikia.
Ako mbele.
Wewe ameenda, wewe hata tumuoni.
Wacha nijaribu kujua.
Sawa. Shit. Right. We just passed Makuyu, almost at the Sagana River. And we have rubble strips and whatnot. And I think this guy has a problem or something. But anyway, there's nothing much you can shoot on this road. It's just a straight 2-lane highway. All you can do is just drive fast, watch out for cops. Drive fast again, watch out for cops. Yeah. Oh yeah, and that defender up ahead, we are with it. That guy is he has a classic, but he couldn't get it fixed in time, so he's come with a Land Rover. He's the slowest among us, but he's keeping up, because we had stopped up there for like a minute or two, then he arrived, so we continue. But I think that red E34 has an issue. I think it's with the brakes. I think his brakes need to be adjusted or something. I'm the one who was worried about my brakes fading, but they seem to be fine. I'm not risking it. And luckily, we are going to do the corners and everything. We are going uphill, not downhill. Downhill would have been a problem. It would be engine braking like a truck. So far, we've not met any cops, but I think there are some ahead. And there are still 2 cars up ahead that we've not caught up with yet. I mean, those guys must be hauling serious ass. At least these rubble strips are worn out, man. Before, they used to be nasty. Oh yeah, this is the best place here. There's a weird thing. On our right, this is Machakos. This is Kiambu. Across the bridge, that's Embu, and that's Kirinyaga. So, the border is at the river. At some point on this bridge, all your 4 tires are on different counties at the same time. Interesting place. And now we meet the first cops. No, actually, they're not the first cops. These cops are just stopping the potatoes around as usual. Now we are approaching Makutano. Then after that to Kisagana. Then Karatina. It's 8:12. You have a 9-hour drive, 9 to 11 hours drive. It's not yet become an adventure. Oh my goodness, that guy's hauling us. ZF. That guy is supposed to be in Meru. He's not, as in we're in the same group. But him is going to a different area. As guys are going to Eldoret, him is going to Meru. So he's about to turn and head out this way. He's supposed to be in Meru by 9 because they have an event as he's the MC. This is interesting. This is interesting. Corners. Woo! I like them. That's the end of the corners, man. Or rather, the good road. Ano ba kumakamba camping siya? Ah, Jack hawa.
Yeye inakuwa hapo nyuma. Moments like this ina come through. What? Maka chini unatulia kidogo. Nikaona mkisema hapa kutala kwa barabara. Kuna siku tumepaka magari kwanza kujitamiwa.
Nilijua atapanda juu. Ah, si huko chini. Angapo. Maza kuinuka hivi na bakarao. Naanza fuck it. Pale kwa bakarao. Kama mnanishika.
Anaenda na nyuki. Nimekwambia nini? Kama sio yeye.
Ni yeye.
Uko na namba yake? Nipigie. Nilijua. Benjamin kabla hapo akajidao.
Ulisema tunapita hii route. Tunaenda hii route. Gani hii?
Hii ni ya kwenda Nyeri town. So after hiyo Defender ni gari moja tu tunagoja alafu tuko.
Kuna gari nyingine nyuma.
Yes, ile 36 ilikuwa.
Mazoezi ndio mko nazo.
Sasa hatujakimbia.
Watu wengine kama sisi tuko na DC ya M50 B20.
Tumekimbia one.
Akatuambia realize hapa then.
Ni msemo moja.
Ibra.
Yasin tu ndio.
Ibra.
Kwa kila mtu ako hapa, sinaweza hata kushare ile location.
Si ni vile tu tulisema 6 7.
Unachoma petroli Acha tuchome. Sasa nyingine lazima
Wewe tu vijana tuko.
Hawajaamka.
Mwapigia simu.
au utawapata.
Alafu upate wameenda na njia Narok.
Watupate nini? Tuwapate LD.
Twende tukutane. Watatupata LD ya jam.
The scenery is good for this route, but Wayaki was...
No, Wayaki
was scarce at the moment.
It was never even an option for us.
We were never to use Wayaki.
We were never.
Right, we just stopped there for a minute for guys to catch up. There was apparently an X5 behind us. A guy left late. Also, this guy has been keeping a distance of 10 minutes. Whenever he stops, it takes him 10 minutes and at Fikia. Now, I think we're all together now, so guys are saying we try and hurry up. And now the roads have become interesting now. Single lane, corners. Let's get to it. About to get to Nyeri town. A place that I've never been. Never been to Nyeri. This will be my first time. Yes, this is Nyeri town. One town that has been left in the colonial times. I'm very surprised they have tall buildings like these. All the photos that are taken of this town are of shops. And they ask for goodwill. These kind of shops. Shops that were built, okay, these are, let's give them 80s or 90s. But when someone takes photos of this town, an aerial view shot, it's a place that you wouldn't want to come and invest. Never been here though. They have Airbnbs. Okay. But is it Nyeri really? I don't know. Never been here. Let's see what Google Map tells me where I'm at. Nope. Yep, we are in Nyeri. This is Nyeri. Looks like any other town in Central Province. There's always a corner with a bridge and dense vegetation on both sides. Moranga is the same. There's a corner, river, stuff like that. And then a lot of Toyotas, but that's obviously a given. It's now 9:47. We are in Nyeri. Not bad. That was stupid. Now this is E34 here. This is 530. It's indicated as 530, but the engine is a 3.5 liter M30. M35, not M30, M35. This guy on any day, at any given time, you will not be able to catch him. And these cars, the ones that came with the M30s, most of them came fully loaded. So you'll find it has a cutoff switch, it has armrests here, Most have sunroofs. Then there's a battery cut-off switch at the back seat. The suspension was different. It was more. The body was beefier than this. This was meant to be a 520i with an M50, but I of course I swapped the engine. And then nearly lost his exhaust pipe. But I swapped to the engine. Now I have an M54 B25. I didn't get the B30. When I got the middle of both, I couldn't take a B22 because there would have been no difference. Power-wise, it would be slightly more powerful than the M50 I had. So I got the B25, that is 2.5 liters. I have a whole video showing showing the build, me buying the engine, it being put together, the first time it started, the wiring. It wasn't bad. It was good. So far I'm liking this engine. That's why I keep saying when I get the X5, I'm getting it with the B30 M54. I've seen the issues guys have with the diesel one. The diesel one, yeah, it has more torque and all that stuff, but I've seen guys really suffer with that thing. Especially when it comes to stuff like injectors and whatnot. Yep. This is Nyeri. On to Nyahururu now. I hope. But if we get lost, it's an adventure. Let's look out for those adventures.
This stretch between Nyeri and Nyahururu is 104 kilometers of pure driving bliss. Smooth curves, gentle climbs, and the Apadeas raising proudly to the left. With barely any traffic, the classic BMWs ate the tarmac effortlessly.
We've stopped at a small town there for a minute. There is a bathroom break. I'll continue. There, this road between Nyahururu and Nyeri is one nice road. It's only that it has surprise bumps. Not bumps, surprise potholes. But most Kenyan's roads are like this anyway. But it is a one beautiful, beautiful road. And all the bumps by there are marked. Like that. The rubble strips are a bit civilized. They're not like of the Garissa Road, thicker Garissa Road. Those are not civilized rubble strips. These are good ones. So we continue. I have no idea where we are. I have to check my phone. But we're somewhere in between Nyeri and Nyahururu, and we are near Nyahururu now. We want to have breakfast, lunch, brunch. We want to have brunch at Nyahururu, but we are going to skip it. We are going to go there to Nakuru. Have lunch there, then head on up to Marigat on our way to Eldoret. Where the heck are we? We need a Total to tell us where we are. There's no Total. There is no shop saying where we are. Yeah, it's Subukia. I've seen those government signboards there. This is Subukia. It's nestled between the escarpment there and these hills.
Welcome to Nakuru. By this point, most of us were running on empty. No breakfast, just adrenaline. Time to hunt for some chow. Luckily, one of the crew had called ahead and locked in lunch at a local chomach spot near the Western Mall. We parked the cars at the mall for safety. After all, those classics were carrying a few valuables, and took a short walk to the joint. The aroma hit fast, then the flavor, juicy choma, cold soft drinks, good vibes. And with bellies full, spirits high, it was time to take on the longest stretch of the day, Nakuru to Marigat. Welcome to Marigat, the longest stretch between towns on the entire trip. Most of the crew went full throttle here, pushing those classics hard. The road, though, had other ideas: rough patches, bone-jarring sections, and those infamous Kenyan rubble strips that felt more like speed bumps from hell. Potholes popped up like bad Christmas surprises, random and unavoidable, one of which would come to haunt me later. But just ahead, the real fun began. The Tugen Hills, a 42-kilometer climb up to Kabarnet town, packed with some of the best bends and corners of the whole drive. I was hoping to catch a glimpse of the Lake Baringo in the mirrors, but the weather had other plans. Rain set in, heavy and unrelenting. And right there, that's when our trip turned into a full-blown adventure. Ooh, corners! Let's go! Oh my goodness, pothole. Gotta be careful, gotta be careful. Man, that's a corner. That's a corner. Come on, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Corner. Ooh, take it. Drop a gear, let's go. Choose your back, let's go. You've been taken down. And then it happened. The phone call we'd been dreading. One of the cars had broken down. Now, in BMW Classics of East Africa, we live by one rule during drives. No one gets left behind. If one car stops, we all stop. We wait, we fix, we move together. But this time, things got wild. Halfway up the climb, the E53X5 snapped its drive shaft. The E30 owner, a brilliant mechanic and engineer, pulled over to help, joined by one of the red E34s and the Land Rover Defender. They decided to tow the X5 up to Cabernet to get the part welded. But when they got back to their cars, disaster multiplied. The E30 refused to start. The E34 had a burst radiator pipe and was overheating. And when the Defender finally reached town towing the X5, its power steering pump gave up completely. 4 cars, same spot, same hill. It turned into a full-blown roadside workshop in the middle of the mountains. After hours of work, the X5 was patched up and went back to tow the E30. The E34 limped its way up with a screaming radiator pipe. By the time everyone regrouped at Cabernet, it was late, cold, dark, and we were still 2 hours from Eldoret. Ahead lay the toughest stretch yet, the descent into Kerio Valley and the brutal Elgeyo escarpment climb to Iten, all in the dark. This was no longer just a drive, but it had become a test of endurance, teamwork, and pure grit.
Yeah.
Lazima. No, venye tulikuwa tumekuja tungekuwa LD by about 7:38.
Corners, woo-wee!
Hizi vitu sasa ukiwa na M20 hapa ndo mimi struggle. The moment people get into this, I can't keep up.
We're still going down. God.
Look at the light.
3 cars down for the count. The damage was bad enough that they needed parts from Nakuru and Eldoret. The engineer and the red E34 driver, Andrew, jumped into my car while John, the Land Rover guy, said he would stay behind in Cabernet to wait for his parts. But that's not how we roll. We leave no one behind. So John ditched the plan, hopped into the now running X5, and together we hit the road to Eldoret. 4 fewer cars, but one strong convoy. Tired, cold, and running on fumes, but still rolling as one.
These are some big ass bumps, eh? And then look at those stones there. They're exhausting, those bumps. Very exhausting.
And we are still going down. We are in the car. Stupid dog. This is the third dog I've seen. This is a dog that was on the road.
I remember I hooted actually.
Wow.
And like, you were behind me.
I was like, dog, you're going to die.
Kuna moja nilihoot kakarudi nyuma, but sasa ulikuwa unakuja nyuma yangu. Sijui kama ulipita nayo. I think we were still at the winding.
But there's another one. I was all by myself.
Yeah.
It just crossed. Ikafika hapa half ikasikia nikikap. I was like, dude, I am not breaking for you. Tunaenda na yeye leo.
Way. Those are like 10 cows. But they're there because of the warmth of the
road, eh?
Ushakutana nazo jogoro?
Mimi huona tu zikitembea.
Oh, no, kama imelala usiku.
Oh, ziulala?
Oh. That thing can scare the fuck out of you. Umekaa mko mbele kwanza hapa after chachami. Go take it. You all around by on the road. Tana ng'ombe ya Masai imelala hapo. Man, if there's anything bad kugonga, ng'ombe.
Hey, those ones and donkeys, they fuck up your car.
Because if it enters through the windshield,
you.
it kills the driver by kicking you because it's dying.
Oh.
Shit.
Some deaths are difficult and interesting to explain. You know, you collided with a cow. This place is beautiful. No, I think this, regardless of anything and everything, this is still my best drive. You know, back then with the Makex crew, it was always Naivasha, Namanga. Mnafika huko, it's 4 days, but half the time you're just drinking and sleeping in your tents. This is now what a road trip is all about. We now just need one person who pick up or kubeba spare tires na kila. But I also feel like that
road disappeared, man. Umeona hiyo?
What? Hapo unajua unaweza pita street.
Wow.
I swear. No, Gola amegeuka hapa ni kama guys not. Goodness. Boss.
This is what I live for, man.
You know.
Just imagine passing through here with a Porsche. Just sliding through these corners.
Where? Hapa pita kina ngumunu wange struggle kiasi. But
Easy.
3.100 meters. Yeah, have a viewpoint around here. Guess I'll be taking those good photos.
Damn!
Nakwambia hapa.
That's a chicane. That's not a corner.
This is not a road to fuck around.
Eric was not joking around about this hill. Man, I can still see the hill up there. Come on. Welcome to Eldoret, dark, freezing and quiet. After hours on the road, we finally rolled into town, exhausted. Salim, the X5 driver, had called ahead to their Swahili dish restaurant, and true to their word, they kept the lights on for us. Hot plates waiting, warmth in every bite, exactly what we needed after the chaos of the day. By the time we got to our Airbnbs, it was past 1 a.m. The engines were cold, the town asleep, and honestly, so was I. All I wanted was a shower, a meal, and a rest after the over 500 kilometers we did from Nairobi before the next chapter of this adventure. This is a part 1 of the 1,000-kilometer road trip we had. If you like the video, give it a massive thumbs up. If you're here for the first time, please subscribe so that you get informed about the second part of this road trip. Have a good one.